Good afternoon, everybody. It's almost Valentine's, so I thought I would put some really cute hearts in my background. Okay, so how many of y'all have been watching this season of Thousand Pound Sisters? I like it so far. Like, it's been really good. There's only been 2 episodes. There's a new one tonight, so I know I'm like really behind, but that's not new for me. All right, let's start out with, first of all, I am shocked because I said I don't think that Tammy is ever going to change. Like, attitude and just the way she looks at things, I thought she would just never change. But she has proven me wrong so far. Let's hope it continues because I really like it. Okay. So we started out with, I didn't really include much from the first episode. Because any of you watched it that know, you know that, Tammy was like at death's door. Not even a lot. Like this girl was dead a couple of times. So for her to keep coming back from these, these tragedies, because that's what they are. It's almost catastrophic. Like, I really didn't think she was going to pull through. But she did, and here she is, and I'm excited. They had an issue with, she has a trach and that she's had in for quite some time. She has been in rehab for, I think at this point, when the first season or when the first episode came out, it was like a month. And she is doing really well. And then the second episode, we get into a little more of like what's going on. Because I know she was missing her family. And, can you imagine? She's quite a ways away. She's in Toledo, Ohio in a rehab. And her family is all in Kentucky. So, that's quite a distance. And let's face it, there's not much in Ohio. I'm just saying. I've been through Toledo and I just passed right on by and kept on going. Let's see here. So we started out with this good news. Yay! Let's share. Amy and Michael are having another baby. I'm so excited. Well, they, at this point, have already had the baby, obviously. But, this was filmed, probably over a year ago? I didn't even know they were filming this, y'all. We weren't sure that this season 4 was going to come out. I had gotten a few hints, but I wasn't positive, and they really didn't tell us until kind of right before it came out. I was so excited because I really do like this show a lot. Need my water, y'all. Don't forget to drink your water. It's good for you. It's good for your body. So I was excited about this news. What is this up here? I'm not sure what that picture is. So we already know, okay, she has Gage, who is now, a year and a half, maybe 18 months, maybe close to 2. And now she's got the new baby, and I'm not sure how old he is. Not very old, maybe 3 or 4 months. It hasn't been that long ago. So she's got her little families going, and that's wonderful. I'm happy for her. I want to see, a lot more of what's going on with the whole family, as a whole. What is this picture of? Okay. So yeah, it's been 4 weeks. This is where it starts out, and she's telling everybody at this point, she's been in rehab for a month. And I don't know if y'all remember, but that's her trach. That was big and kind of obnoxious. I don't know if y'all remember, but the first episode she was talking about, she had lost over 100 pounds. And then we find out in this episode, she actually lost closer to 150. But look at this. I never, ever thought I would see this. And I'm so happy to see it. Look at her. Now this has been 4 months since she's been back at rehab. Okay. So she's now been there for 4 months. Like I think I said earlier. And I believe she told the family she's lost 144 pounds at this point. So when she got there, y'all, she weighed over 700 pounds. And at this point, she weighs 573. I mean, which still sounds like a lot, but 144 is a big weight loss. I mean, that's like a whole person. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Kate. How are you? Welcome. I'm just talking my little tail off today. I have a limited amount of time because my dog loves to run after my kiddo when she gets home. So I have to be out there for that. Yeah, I'm so excited because I mean, y'all, look at her. This is something new. You never see Tammy really get up and do anything, especially exercise. So not only is she up walking, and they have her walking consistently. So I'm really happy to see that. This girl is like doing her thing in the gym. Look at her exercising with these ropes. Like that's pretty good exercise right there. I should be doing that. I really should be doing that. But I mean, look at her. She's like standing up as much as she can and going to town with these ropes. I would be very, very curious because right now, we only know what they're going to show us up until this point. But I'm curious. I hope this season shows her getting her surgery because y'all, I really want her to. I want her to do well. And I know her family does too. I actually did an interview with Chris last year, I think in March, and he is one of the nicest people. He is super, super nice. If y'all have not seen that interview, I will link it in the description box below. Hello, Ellie. How are you? Oh, you're driving home. That's great. I know this might be a bad time, but it's like the only time I had available today, and I didn't want to get behind more on my lives than I already am. Maybe I should start doing mornings, but then I know a lot of people work, but that's fine. Y'all can catch the replay if you like. So not only is Tammy working out, we have the sisters, Amanda and Misty. And this kind of cracked me up a little bit because they're standing there watching this, what looks to be like either aerobics or maybe it's Zumba. I'm not sure. It looks more like aerobics. And she's like, where's all the fat people? Bless her heart. I feel her on that one a little bit because it's like there was a few, heavy people in there, but I mean, you don't want to. I have done this before. I took a Zumba class one time. I was not heavy at all, but y'all, I seriously suffered after that class because, it's one of those things where if you're in a class full of people exercising, you don't want to be the first one to like give up. Am I right? Because no, if you give up, then you look like the loser. And I didn't want to do that. And I thought I was going to die after that class. I was like, holy cow, it was very high. It was intense, I'll just put it that way. It was not any low aerobics or anything like that. I had to do a lot of jumping and skipping and I did not go back again, needless to say. But yeah, I have to agree. She said, if you go, I'll watch. Misty's like, I'm not doing this. Nope, not doing that. So they ended up going and hitting the treadmills, which, that's okay too. I mean, hey, exercise is exercise, right? I say as long as you are moving, your body, that's a good thing. I should be probably moving mine a little bit more. Y'all know how that goes. And this is a nice time of the year too. So I should be out walking. Trying to get rid of these as I go. So we go to the doctor's office with Amy and Michael, right? And by the way, this child of theirs looks exactly like him. There's no doubt about who the daddy is. They did the ultrasound and, they're like, do you really want to know what you're having? She's like, yeah, I really want to know. And she finds out it's a little boy, which we already know that because anybody who follows her or, at all, we already know she's had the child. So Gage now has a little brother, but, we find out here that she's having a boy, which I think is wonderful as long as it's healthy. Like as long as your baby's healthy, don't worry. Girls, honestly, I was shopping because my little grandson both my grandsons actually have birthdays coming up. And I was shopping for my youngest one last night. I'm like, God, it's so easy to pick out like clothes and stuff for these little boys. They don't care what they wear as long as they have clothes on. And actually, I'm not even sure if he cares if he has clothes on. He's a boy. But it's like everything was so easy. I have a teenage daughter. Not easy. No matter what I pick out, she doesn't like it. I'm like, it drives me crazy, y'all. But I love boys. I think it'll be a good thing. Gage will have a little brother growing up. And I think it's wonderful. However, Amy was told she has a high-risk pregnancy because she's putting the weight back on. Like, I respect that she lost as much as she did. However, she needs to be careful because that's a slippery slope. And once you start eating that like cheese stuff that she was squirting in her mouth and the Doritos and all that bad stuff, you get into those bad habits again. And next thing you know, boom, you're back up there to 400 pounds or whatever. And it's way easier to gain than it is to lose, as anybody knows. That is a fact. What do y'all think about Amy's new hair? She did this on the first episode, and I was like, it's blue. I mean, okay, this comes after she's had a conversation with Tammy about, oh, it'll be okay. You've already got one little boy. What's the difference in having two? It'll be fine. You can do it. And she goes, you're just chasing after two instead of one. She was like, bitch, you ain't chasing nothing but a sandwich. And I thought, now, Amy, that's not fair. I mean, excuse me, Miss, what is it? Canned cheese and Doritos. Girl, you got no room to talk because you're not eating any healthier that I can tell. Okay, I could be wrong. Maybe she's eating everything, fruits and vegetables, while we're not looking, but I don't think so. Y'all know how that goes. Either way, you know what? I laughed at this. I'm sorry. I couldn't help it. I laughed a little too hard because it was just funny the way she said it. Look at this baby boy. Is he not the cutest? Oh my God, y'all. I can't help it. I love babies. I mean, they are the sweetest little... If the whole world was just as cute and sweet as little babies, we'd be a lot better off. But so now she decides she's going to start trying to eat healthier because the doctor, suggested it. And they're having some peaches, fresh peaches. And he didn't care much for that peach. Whatever she's been feeding him, he's like, give me some more of that. Because that peach just didn't cut it. I like peaches, though. I love fresh fruits, actually. I could live off of them. I just don't. I don't know why. I should do better. I'll do better. What is this screenshot? Oh, that's the same one. I had a feeling that some of these uploaded twice. Y'all, my internet's being stupid today. So, okay, they're all getting ready to go for a visit to go see Tammy. I'm super excited because she's been missing her family a lot. I mean, can you imagine like being there all this time and really you only get to see them through a, tablet or computer screen or whatever. And it's like, it's not the same, as seeing them in person. It's like my mom. I talk to her. I try to talk to her every day, but it's not the same. I have to go and physically see her and be with her. That's just the way it is. But we have... I forgot about this, y'all. So before, okay, so this is Amanda. This is one of the other sisters. When they were in the car, when she was in the car with Amy, they were talking about stuff. And she goes, I married Jason, which is Michael's brother. Do y'all remember that? Because I know I heard about it way back when. I didn't realize sisters married brothers in this situation, but they did. And now they're getting divorced. It's been 2 years and they're getting divorced. And Amanda, like essentially everybody in this family is on their own weight loss journey, which I respect. She had the surgery. I don't recall when. It's been a while. And she said, hey, I grew up and I was always skinny. I can relate. I was so skinny, I couldn't find clothes to fit me. Like a size 0, y'all. I wore a size 00, which I'm not even sure why they had that size, but that's what I wore. back in the days of parachute pants. Woohoo! Okay, 80s babies. I'm telling my age. But I forgot that the brothers and sisters married. Well, they're getting divorced and she's trying to find her mojo and get back into health and lose some weight and whatnot. After having kids, of course, she put on a lot of pounds. Man, those babies will put the pounds on you. Ironically, I lost, let's see, with my first one, I gained, I don't even want to say, it was a lot. The second one, I gained less than half the same, that amount. They both weighed the same. They both weighed 7 pounds, 3 ounces. I was like, oh, I didn't have to gain all that weight the first time around. But I had preeclampsia, so that was not fun. So I'm excited to see how she does on her weight loss journey, because y'all know that Chris is still losing too, right? And I have a picture of him in here. I'm shocked, y'all. He is just like melting away. Very proud of him. But meanwhile, we have Amy here, and this worried me a little bit when I started seeing her, upset about missing family functions and stuff like that, not seeing birthdays, graduations. I get that. Like, that has to be, well, I know, because I live 1,500 miles away from my family. So I miss a lot of those things. I don't get to see a lot of, what happens in my family either. And it's just not the same. Weddings, funerals. I've had to miss funerals I couldn't go to. And yeah, it's just not, those aren't fun, but you want to be there to support your family. So I don't know. I feel for her because I know how she feels. I do like, though, I don't know if y'all noticed this, but she's got some friends here. She has some friends. They're doing little artwork, and she's got a friend. I don't know her name because they never said it, but a friend that she sort of banters back and forth with, kind of like she does with her sister. And I thought that was super cute. They call each other names, and, she does the same thing with Amy. I think it's really cute. And you know what I did find interesting, though? And I don't see them showing it here, but when the nurse came in to ask her what she wanted to eat, did y'all notice what was on the menu? It wasn't healthy food. And I'm like, hold on, this has to be, clearly it's a rehabilitation facility, primarily for people who are overweight, morbidly obese, whatever you want to call it. Why wouldn't they give them options to have like low carb or low calorie, whatever they're sticking to? Say if she's sticking to so many calories a day, offer them healthy foods. Hot dogs? No. Coleslaw? I mean, it's not the worst thing, but it has a lot of sugar in it. A lot of people don't know that. Because I was doing keto and low carb I've done it for like 4 or 5 times. And to be honest, it works. It's probably like the most efficient, like a diet that works. If you really stick to it, it works. So I think you'll be shocked how much stuff has sugar in it. However, she was asked if she's sticking with, low sugar, low carb, that type of stuff. And she said, she didn't like that. So no, but they need to offer, like, I don't know. I just didn't like the sound of this menu that they're offering them. I'm like, hold on. These people are obese. They're trying to lose weight, or I assume that they are. Why are you not offering them foods that are good for them? Other than salad. Salad's good. But it's not really, I don't know. I just found that interesting. I say boo for the facility on that part. Okay. I mean, I think they're working really well with her, but I didn't like that. So we have all the family now is headed to go visit with Tammy. I don't know if for anybody who watches the show and has been watching it from season 1, we all know that a lot of the family members are known, especially the 2 women, Tammy and Amy, are known for having some pretty raunchy bodily functions, so to speak. And Amanda's in the front, and she was like, okay, well, I kind of dread, this trip, because all of us in one car together gets to be a little bit much, which I can only imagine. And she said, literally, if Amy starts blowing her ass up, I think she said, I'm going to drop her off on the side of the road or something along those lines. I know exactly what she's talking about, because y'all, they literally like fart and belch all the time. So many bodily functions, I can't even name them all. Yeah, I don't know about this blue hair situation. It does go really good with her jacket, though. I'll give her that. Amy, don't let your son pick your hair color. I'm sorry. I'm not hating on it. It's just, it's a lot. It looks a little trolly. But yeah, can you imagine? I would not like to be in a car with a lot of weird bodily functions either. They probably would have to just, I would probably be the one that they'd say, look, I'm done. Just let me out. I walk. Just kidding. Oh my God. I'm just amusing myself today. Hello, Mod143. How are you today? Okay, so I didn't realize that it had been this long since Amy had seen Tammy. But the last time she was there, I mean, was when she literally she was at death's door. I mean, let's face it. This girl has had 9 lives. I think she has spent all of them. This is it for her. Like, she has to get it together. And I don't know, y'all. I'm having kind of I feel like she's going to do better this time because I've seen some recent, pictures, videos, whatnot of, what's going to happen later on. For those of you who don't know, I don't want to spoil it. I mean, if you haven't seen it, I'm surprised because there were pictures and stuff all over of what took place, but she does find some happiness. So I think this is going to be a season that I will like and appreciate because I have been on Tammy. Now I'm going to get on Amy's ass, but literally she needs to like chill with these. She's having no more babies. We do know that, but she's got to get back on track. Tammy's doing well. I'd like to see Amy follow suit. And this was precious. This baby boy got up into Tammy's weight. I'm thinking weight. Got up in her lap like he never missed a beat. Not even one. I was like, this is so cute. This is what she needed. She needed that like family time and holding that sweet baby. Because now, if there's one thing I will say, I have noticed this season, Tammy is showing a lot of emotion. And you don't usually see that out of her. Usually it's just, I'm mad. I'm going to raise hell. Let me be bitchy to my family kind of situation. I saw her cry a lot so far. And we're only in episode 2. So I'm happy about it. Like, that's what she needs. She needs to show more emotion. But I think looking at death as closely as she did really, really changed her for the better. But I'm excited. She got to spend time with Gage, and he is so cute. I just want to squeeze him, y'all. I'm telling you, I love babies. If I know, I've already said it 3 times, but I still love them. Okay, this is what I found interesting, and I know we're going to see more of it as the season goes on. Look at Chris. Excuse me. I don't know what that face is on Amy, but look at Chris. This man has lost, I don't even know how much. And y'all, I'm trying to get a follow-up interview with him. As y'all know, he can't really discuss anything about the show unless it's already on the show. But he can discuss, like everyday life and that type of stuff, which is kind of what we did on the first interview. He is really just the nicest guy. But I need to get some of his recipes because that food he cooked looked really good. And I think we talked about that before, but he's a busy guy. He stays busy. He works a lot. Could be turkey hot dogs and portion control. It could be, Ellie. However, I don't know. It seemed like their options weren't that great. And if you'll notice, now I don't know this for sure because I'm not familiar with the other patients that are in this facility, but I mean, have they lost a ton of weight and we just don't know it? You know what I mean? And also, I thought this was interesting. At some point, she ends up talking to, we're not done with the family visit. We'll get there. But she does end up talking to a therapist. And, she even said, hey, at one point, there are people here that went to go eat fast food. They asked if I wanted to go or, get food with them. And she backed out and said no. So kudos to her, because you know what? That's hard. That's hard because clearly the addiction for her is food. But this is cute. Y'all, I love this. Look at how, okay, you see this face? This is the face I'd like to see more often. Tammy, I see her as a happier person, trying to find herself, get a little more acquainted with what she wants out of life. And, I don't know, I'm just seeing a whole different person, and I really, really like it. But this is a cute picture. I couldn't help it. I'm like, that's so cute. Y'all, I'm telling you, babies. And then what made me laugh so hard is while he was there, little baby Gage, apparently it's just like his mother. Because, and to quote Tammy, that kid farts like a grown man. He can fart like a grown man. I'm like, y'all, this kid had the whole room about cleared out. Somebody said he could fart hairs, and I'm thinking, that's not good. That's pretty bad. But yeah, he's a baby. He's sleeping. He doesn't even know. He doesn't care either, clearly. But that's pretty bad. So family leaves, and but she had a good time with them. I like the whole family dynamic. It seems to be like they're getting a lot closer to each other. They're, trying to mend whatever issues they may have had in the past. I like that. It wouldn't be a bad thing for them to do like a family therapy type thing. I'd like to see that. Because, they all grew up a little bit differently based on when they were born and the parents, situation and whatnot. So y'all know how that goes. I mean, I grew up differently than my brother. It happens. This right here worried me because I heard her say, but right before she said this, she goes, "I'm ready to go home." And I went, "Oh, no. Those are the words we never want to hear Tammy say, is I'm ready to go home." And then she said, "But I'm not ready to give up." And I thought, oh, thank you, Lord. I'm really rooting for her this season, y'all. And if you've watched my past lives on this particular show, I have not always been her biggest cheerleader, because it was very, very hard to be positive for her when she was such a negative person. But I really like the change I'm seeing. Here is where she is talking to, and I love this. I haven't been covering 1,000-pound best friends this season just because so far, I mean, there's a lot going on with it, but I mean, I don't know. For some reason, I haven't been covering it this season. But this Connie is the same. She's the same therapist that they use for their show. And I really like this lady. I mean, I am impressed with her. She has a way of talking to people and getting things out of them that probably, any other therapist might not be able to do. However, with Tammy, that wasn't really the case. I mean, she has straight up said, "I don't like talking about my emotions. I don't like talking about my feelings." Some people just don't. But that could be part of her whole, it could be hard, like that could be what's holding her back just a little bit. It might not hurt to get some of that all out, put it behind you, and be done with it. You know what I mean? Because sometimes it's just best. Don't forget to drink your water. Yeah. Oh, by the way, this is sponsored by Voss. No, just kidding. I love Voss water. I get the sparkling. I drink sparkling water all day, every day. It's so good. Okay, so I did like this part. This was super cute. So Amy has decided to get some exercise, that she's going to take little Gage for swim lessons, which two things are good about that. A, yes, she gets exercise, and B, he needs to learn how to swim, because I think I started my little one when she was not a baby, but I mean, she was small, maybe 3. They need to know the basics. It's good, especially if you have a pool. But what I found really funny, okay, Gage was doing fine. He was digging it, loving it. But I never knew this. Amy does not know how to swim. Clearly, Amanda does. And she's trying to help Amy out, and she did teach her how to float, which is good. I mean, you need to, know how to like relax in the water at the very least. Once you do that, you can start kicking and doing your thing once you're comfortable in it. It's the whole, fear of your head going under and potentially drowning or whatever that is a problem. But I was surprised to see her do so well. Amy did well. I was not aware. And even Amanda said, I didn't know you didn't know how to swim. That just goes to show you they all grew up in different times in different households. Maybe not that they just didn't. They all have big age differences. Like there's, you think about from the oldest one to the youngest one. Not sure what the age gap is, but pretty sure that Tammy and Amy might be the youngest two. I'm not sure. I'll have to look at that and see, but I think they are. So good for her. Kudos to Amy for getting out there and doing some exercise, learning how to swim, and baby Gage is learning too. So yay. And then we finally get to the end of this episode. Okay. And I was so hoping to see something positive. I was really, really, really hoping. I don't know if Tammy cheated. I mean, I really don't know what happened here. But she goes for her weigh-in, and she's got to get down to, what was she at, 573? She needs to get down to 550 to get approved for the weight loss surgery. Which, by the way, I think once she gets the weight loss surgery and she gets on a strict regimen of what they can and can't eat, because, and I'd really like to go into another live about that, what they can and can't have. Like, it's a lot. It's very strict. It's very strict. You have to be very dedicated to do it. A friend of mine currently got this surgery, and she's doing fabulous, and she looks so great. I'm so proud of her. But this bummed me out, y'all. She went for her weigh-in, and she had gained 10 pounds. So instead of going down to 550, she went up to 583. And I was like, are you kidding me? And you can tell by the look on her face that she is disappointed. Not only did she seem disappointed, she seemed very surprised, which makes me think, and you have to wonder too, like how much of that sometimes could be like water weight. Honestly, I mean, my weight might change 5 pounds from one day to the next based on what I eat or drink. You know what I mean? It's not, it depends on what time of the day. Hopefully they're checking first thing in the morning before, you eat or drink or whatever. But I was bummed. So I know there's another episode. We have another episode tonight. This is Tuesday, right? And I'm kind of anxious to see, like, is she going to get to that weight loss, where she can get her surgery. I am ready to see this woman get her surgery, start losing a lot of weight, and living her life for a change. She's been down for a long time. And I don't know if they show in the upcoming episode. I kind of feel like it is. While she's in rehab, and I read about this many, many months ago, maybe even like a year ago, that people broke into her place and stole as much stuff as they could get. I'm like, what kind of person does that? Come on. Y'all, whoever did that, shame on you. You're a bad person. I'm just saying. Not cool. But I'm excited for tonight's episode. This time I won't get behind 2 episodes. I'll only get behind 1. And I know I'm behind 2 on Love After Lockup, which I will catch up. I actually have one planned for tomorrow. Because, wow, is it getting messy on that show? Oh, my gosh. And, y'all, I am not covering MILF Manor because it's too weird. I mean, if it's too weird for me, then it's just too weird. And they are having, and I don't know if y'all know this, TLC is doing a DILF Manor, which is dad I like to. You put in the last word. Okay. What? That's seriously going to happen. Yeah. No. But Love After Lockup. Oh, Also, I think I'm going to do 90 Day Fiance the other way because wow, is it starting out with a bang. So you're going to see me a lot more on here. Eventually, I will get my sign up. I have a sign that I got a neon sign for Christmas that has my channel name. It's really cute. And I got it in Tiffany blue. Yay! Even though I like pink, I went with blue because I like both. Anyway, I appreciate everybody coming in, saying hello. If you catch me on the replay or if you're catching me now, please don't forget to hit the like button. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe because you know what? Every little subscriber counts, and I don't talk badly to my subs. There's that. So I will see y'all tomorrow because I'm going to cover Love After Lockup, and I know I'm behind an episode, so I'm just going to put two into one. Because really not that much happened on the one before. Was it episode 2 or 3? I don't remember. Not that much happened the one prior. So, but this last one, oh yeah, I got to talk about that because I was doing some judging, sitting there watching that, going, too much of that going on. All right. Anyways, I hope that you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. I kept this short and sweet because, the long ones sometimes don't go as well as the shorter ones. And I have stuff to do, such as my doggie has to go and get my child off the bus because that is her favorite part of the day. Everybody, thank you for supporting. I appreciate it. Don't forget to like. And I'm going to step on out of here, and I will see y'all tomorrow.